Am I crazy, or did Usopp just use observation hockey or haka? I don't know what it's called, but like he could literally see like they're like he just suddenly locked in and was able to see them like millions of miles away. Like he was using clairvoyance and then he just suddenly didn't need it. That's hockey, right? Like that's a thing, right? Observational hockey. It's like there's different types because like when Luffy can sense things coming, like Usopp did that, right? Also, Luffy just punched Doflamingo. Dofi got punched by Luffy. What? That was crazy, dude. That was so much ore farming right there. I might have just watched the best episode of One Piece I've ever seen. And it only took me 698 episodes to get to this part. Like, also, what is a Corazon? He said Law was gonna be the third Corazon. Is that just like a king or something? I really don't know. And what's it called? Dragon. Something. Doflamingo's a celestial dragon, right? And he's still just evil. What? Like, I still don't understand how Doflamingo's so evil. And also, why? Bellamy did not deserve that. I know he was like an awful guy in Fake Town or something. What was the town called? Mock Town. Yeah, Mock Town. I know he was like an awful person there, but he learned. He saw Skypiea, for crying out loud. Like he saw Luffy was right. And dude, he's just like, oh my gosh. I really don't understand why Bellamy had Dofi as his like pirate hero as a kid. Like I don't understand why people look up to him, I guess. I don't know. People become pirates for different reasons apparently. Also, Law was ore farming in that chair. That is despicable what he did. Luffy goes to punch Law. He says shambles, takes Doflamingo's seat in the chair after struggling with his clone. Luffy punches the frick out of Dofi. Dofi's bleeding. I've never seen this guy bleed. I've never seen this guy take damage at all. I've seen him be scared of Aokiji. I think that's his name, the ice guy. And that's it. He gave Smoker, he defiled Smoker earlier in what is it called? What's that place? But like what? Oh yeah, I got his handcuffs off. That was sick. Also, Bartolomeo it's so hard for me to pronounce these names, for crying out loud. But I know he won't. But I really want him to join Luffy's crew. Honestly, dude, he's so funny. He's actually one of my favorite characters. Like at first I thought he was like evil. I thought he was evil. This is oats, by the way. Really good. At first, I thought he was evil. Or I thought he was going to be the bad guy. Like, I thought the whole, like, tournament thing was going to scale up and Luffy's going to be in the battle against that guy. And I was like, but then I was thinking, I'm like, okay, there's no way Luffy can beat him just because of the barrier thing. Like, I don't understand how Luffy could beat that guy. And that was the same feeling I had with, like, Robin in the Alabasta arc. Like Robin can kind of just take hands out and start choking you. Like how was Luffy gonna fight that off? You know what I mean? That was before all the gears and stuff too. So I'm like, oh, this is a guy that Luffy doesn't seem to be able to beat. Like has like a weird power. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, maybe he'll join the crew or so. No, I didn't think that at first, but now it's like literally he jumped in front of bullets when he couldn't do his barrier. He wasted on the stairs. He fell to the ground in agony because the bomb guy, who his character design actually looks pretty cool, but the bomb guy who doesn't even seem as strong as he thinks he is, I don't know, he basically sacrificed himself for Luffy for no reason, just because he's a fan. But it's just like, and then Robin said like, our captain is worth sacrificing yourself for. Robin, when did you get aura? What? Also, Robin's actually like fighting. She doesn't really fight that often. She's usually just like a support character that gets like almost dies. Like in Skypiea, did that happen? Yeah, like in Skypiea, I think that happened. Like she tried to fight Inaru and she got mollywopped. I'm still waiting for Inaru to come back. I know he will come back. There's no way you have a Logia fruit and you've only known the Sky and it's character that's only been in the Sky Islands. He's never been to the ground, which is why he didn't know what like Luffy's rubber was. But like, there's no way you leave that character behind. There's no way you never use that character again, and then you use Bellamy from Mocktown. Okay, but yeah, Doflamingo is a piece of garbage, bro. Using Bellamy, like a little spider he is with the thing to like fight Luffy, and using his clone and just sitting there in the chair. Dude, I actually don't know why he's so evil. I don't know why he's so evil. He's got to be Celestial Dragon, right? Because those people love human slavery. I feel like those people are some of the most evil people in the series. But his childhood, I don't understand like how his childhood like makes sense at all. Because he killed his dad when he was young. His mom died before he killed his dad. Maybe his dad killed his mom. I don't know. He got his get back, and then he had a younger brother that Law looked up to. There was some relationship there that died. And then what is Dofi talking to Law about Corazon, the third Corazon? Yeah, you would have been here as the third Corazon, like the third king of Dressrosa or something. Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. It's really, really weird. Also, I wonder I don't know how doflamingo would be able to deal with Sabo, because he has Ace's fruit now, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how, like, webs, like spider webs, even if they're like super strong, it's like surely fire beats that, right? It's like these devil fruits have to have like weaknesses. I feel like that's it. Like, I feel like the reason Aokiji, is that his name? Yeah, Aikinu versus Aokiji. Like, for an example, like, I feel like the only reason Aikinu even won that fight when they were deciding like who's gonna lead the new like navy or whatever, when that guy stepped down after the battle of the best or whatever, the war of the best. Like, I feel like the only reason Aokiji lost is because his devil fruit was ice and his was lava. Like, obviously lava beats ice, you know what I mean? It's like water versus fire, except it's like ice kind of sucks and magma kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't, I feel like devil fruits have weaknesses, and hockey is cool how you can still hit like Logia types. Like, that's the only way you can hit them, which is thank goodness, because those needed to be nerfed. Oh my gosh. But like, I don't know, I'm still confused about devil fruits. Like, I really, like, I feel like they have rules and mechanisms, and everyone has like a weakness, and like laws and Bartolomeo's, like, those ones are really weird. I think they're paramythia because they're not animal and they're not like elemental, right? So, but they have like, but instead of having like actual like physical weaknesses, they have like time weaknesses, you know what I mean? It's like law, it can only have so much energy, which is like, I guess is a good caveat to like, because his powers seem broken. Like, if I want a devil fruit, I want law's devil fruit. That's so cool. Surgeon of Death. Heck yeah. What? And then also Bellamy is like, he got a spring fruit. Like, I don't, dude, I feel kind of bad for the guy. He got it just seems useless. Also, yeah, unrelated, but I feel like I should mention this. Who is Luffy's mom? Is she dead too? Like Ace's mom? Did she, like, I don't, because Ace's mom is dead, right? Yeah, because she freaking carried him in her stomach, in her womb for like a year. That was painful with ow, I'm not even a girl and that hurts. Okay, who's Luffy's mom? That's just never addressed. Like, who are Sanji's parents? Like, Sanji has to have some kind of backstory. Also, I forget, they just, in the first part where they were going against like this guy. Pretend I'm wearing glasses. Like, that guy, the panther, actually, this guy. Like, okay, when they were fighting that guy on that island where Usopp first got in the ship, Usopp casually mentions that, like, oh, my dad pulled a Gene Freaks and abandoned me to join a pirate crew. And like, his dad was a sniper or something too. Or maybe that would make sense because it like runs in the family, you know, because that's the one thing Usopp's actually goated at is sniping. Everything else, oh gosh, don't even get me started on the freaking sugar situation earlier. But bro just casually mentioned his dad like abandoned him to be a pirate and he wanted to follow in his dad's footsteps. And then I think Luffy mentions that, like, oh yeah, he's part of Shanks's crew. Huh? That is some crazy stuff to throw in the first like 100 episodes of One Piece and to never expand on. Surely Usopp meets his dad again, right? Or am I crazy? Like, that's just like never addressed ever again. Like, he just never talks about his. Also, Zoro was just an orphan, right? We saw his backstory. It is really funny that Smoker's like second woman swordsman, like the swordsman that travels with them, is like it looks exactly like the girl that Zoro trained at the sword school with. That's interesting. I like that dynamic. It's very funny. But I just don't. There's still so many questions. Also, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a hater. I love kiwis. Thanks, Valerie. Great. That's good to know. Maybe I'm a hater, but I don't understand why Brook got to join the Straw Hats, and like why Brook and not Vivi, right? Vivi actually trolled us for like a crazy long arc in Alabasta just to not get on the ship. I mean, your camel was kind of freaky, but like, okay, why? Okay. I don't really understand Brook. He seems to just be like a combination. I don't know. I guess he's got his own sense of humor, but I just don't understand why Brook can get on the ship and why Bartolomeo cannot. I don't know. I don't know. I think he'd be cool to be on the crew just because like he has a power that's like hella useful. That's mega useful, just like all the other guys. Also, I think I actually had a visceral reaction when Zoro sliced up the guy who talks in the soprano voice. When Bartolomeo was like flying on those little like ant things. Stop doing. Okay, I need to mute this. When they were watching Zoro fight and Zoro just hit him What? Oh, Zoro is fighting like Logia users, and he has hockey, but he doesn't even use it. He doesn't like, he's not obvious about it. He doesn't use art or hardening or anything. Really weird. Yeah, I just like, dude, I've never seen so much aura in like a set of episodes. Even Robin, when she stayed to fight, like she just doesn't really do that. She's usually just like, I don't know. She's never usually like one to like fight one-on-one, but it's cool seeing her do that. And then, oh my gosh, Zoro is so cool. Zoro is just so cool. Wait, what's Sanji doing? I forget where Sanji is. They haven't shown him at all. Is he with Nami and Chopper? He might be, because Nami and Chopper by themselves, like, not the strongest crew. But yeah, I think Sanji's with them. I just don't remember what he is. But yeah, I wonder what would happen if Sabo fought doflamingo instead, like fire versus web, because like if devil fruits work how they think they work, where they have like certain like weaknesses, like, hey, don't fight me, bruh. Like Crocodile's a great example. Like everyone knows, like his sand thing seems super OP in the beginning. Like, sand, what do you mean sand? And there's no water in this area. Sand, okay, it seems super OP, but then I was like, we're the best. They're like, I know your weaknesses, and you have like, and he had like more than one weakness, which is interesting. I feel like they have big weaknesses, and then like Paramithia ones are like less about big weaknesses, but they're more like physical. Maybe that's it. They're just more physical. Like you can change your body, manipulate your body and stuff like that. Like they're the more random basic ones. But yeah, I don't know. Also, like, I wonder what Sabo's parents are doing now. You know what I mean? And I wonder what happened to that like adopted like sibling he had that like they loved more than him, because he was kind of like ran off and fought people and wanted to like not be in noble life. But I wonder what happened to them. Also, Treble got like sliced up by like very easily. Like Treble's insanely strong. He's like the top executive. I don't think Treble's just like gone like that, but it's like it is interesting how Law did that. I don't know how it would happen if Law and Luffy fought. I don't see how Luffy wins. You know what I mean? But they're like, but Law just isn't as powerful. He's just more like, he has power, but he doesn't like, can't like cause too much damage, if that makes sense. I wonder what Smoker's doing. But yeah, like who's Luffy's mom? That's just never talked about. Who are like Nami's parents? Like her actual parents. You know what I mean? Like, cause wasn't she an orphan too? What about Usopp's mom? Did she just die or something? It seemed, and also like Robin's parents, like they were part of the whole like developing history that was meant to be erased. Chopper was just like, it feels like all the Straw Hats are like, their whole families and their like childhoods, they're like victims of the whole like One Piece just like Navy rule. You know what I mean? Like they're all victims of something, and I feel like that's all like kind of like keeping them together. But there's still like more backstories to learn about too. It's like I don't know. Also, all of Doflamingo's family has a devil fruit. It's like they collect. It's like their pirate crew just like collects them, and it feels like their family just kind of eats whatever they get. Like that fat guy with the gravity fruit. Like I'm pretty sure that girl that had it in Alabasta died, right? Because that was the exact same power. Like, don't get me, that was the exact same, right? And then he's like, oh, I'll eat it. Because that one kid, stop it. And because that one kid, dude, that one really scary guy in his family, the one who wears the heels and kicks and has the horns. What is that guy? Dellinger. I feel like Dellinger would like, that guy scares me. Out of all of his family, like not the gun girl, not the guy who can turn into a machine that like got bested by Frankie, like not the fat guy, even Diamante's kind of scary. Treble, he's like, I hate his voice. Treble, Sugar, that like, thank goodness she's like weak, and because like I don't know how long Luffy just did not get touched by her, especially with the grapes. It's just ridiculous. You can touch someone, they're turned into a toy, and everyone forgets about them. Huh? Also, what happened to the art lady? Did Law kill her? I forget what happened, but I'm glad she's gone. She was annoying. But like Dellinger scares me. He also doesn't have a devil fruit. He's like one of the only ones without a devil fruit, but he's like has crazy stats. He's crazy stats, and he's actually like pure evil. Like he's got that like red look in his eye. I don't know. I think like Dellinger is gonna be like an important character later, because, or not. I don't know. I feel like an idiot because I just don't know what happens. But it's just like, I feel like he's one of the more scarier characters. Like what he did to Bellamy was was ridiculous. Dude, Bellamy needs to catch a break. He's an idiot for going back to doflamingo, and he just like, oh my gosh, like it's just so sad. It's so sad. Like, it's cool that he's changed, that he's Luffy's friend now after they did that whole like after they did that whole mimicking of Shanks ore farming in the bar, when like people or pirates think they're like better than him even though they're not. But it's like, oh my gosh. Also, it feels like every fight so far Zoro's fought, he's not even trying his hardest. He's got some stuff still left in the tank. Like, he's like enjoying it. He's enjoying the fight. He's literally playing with his opponents, especially the stone guy who has a crazy power. I've really been yapping for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna keep yapping because there's just still more to talk about. Dude, I should have done this earlier. It's just like, oh, dude. And surely, like, all the character, I feel like why is the Brook on the ship, and why can't Bartolomeo be on the ship? Because I don't know. I don't think he has a crew. I think he's just like alone. He's just like picking his nose on the side of the rink and making barrier. Like, that's just cool. I don't know. He just seems like a character that belong on the ship, right? And usually, like, almost every arc, like every big arc like this, it's like they take someone. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know. Well, I guess it's like usually so when they save from something, like he wasn't saved from something. You know what I mean? If anything, the like Tanadas were saved. Oh yeah, the queen of the Tanadas, the little bratty one that was described. She was described as like really bratty and like annoying or something, or stupid or mean. She has a devil fruit that like doflamingo needs. He needs her devil fruit for something, and that's why she's alive, which is like interesting, because like what on earth does he need her for, right? Like, what kind of fruit does he need that desperately? And is it something to do with the factory? Like, is it something to do with making the fake devil fruits that were going to Kaido's thing? Also, the fact that Law and Luffy have to team up to even land a single blow on doflamingo is insane. Like, they trained for like, he was a warlord, and then Luffy trained for like 2 years, and they're still not strong enough. Like, I wonder when, like, it's gotta be soon when Luffy unlocks gear 4 or something. I already got spoiled from gear 5 of every gif I've ever looked up for Luffy in every anime shirt ever, which is annoying. All I know is like white hair. Okay, I accidentally pressed stop. But I really wish I didn't get that spoiled, but I guess I don't know anything else. But I don't understand how Luffy can get white hair. Really mad that I got spoiled, but there's literally no avoiding it. It's like watching Dragon Ball. Spoiler warning for Dragon Ball. It's like watching Dragon Ball without knowing Goku goes Super Saiyan. It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of everywhere, and you can't avoid it. Oh yeah. Also, I got spoiled of Ace's death too. I just like I knew that was gonna happen. So like that whole time of like the whole hassle, them getting the key to free his handcuffs, I didn't even know if that was gonna happen because I knew he died. So like that whole time he got free, I'm like, oh no way he got free. All those episodes trying to get him free, and he still dies. Dude, also Ace had so much potential. He didn't even know hockey at all, and he was madly powerful. It's just so sad. It's just so, oh, come on, man. Ace was so cool. It's like, it's just so, didn't Ace have hockey too? Also, it was Porteous D. Ace, right? That was his mother's name, Porteous. Maybe his mother had to be significant. There's no way the Pirate King just like finds the first woman he sees and is like, yeah, let's have a kid, I guess, before I die. Because he was like in prison at the time. It was like shortly before he got captured. Oh, he lived with her, didn't he, for a while before he got captured. But also, there's something with the D in the middle of the names, which means like, I think it probably means conqueror or good luck or something. Like, I don't know what it stands for. I remember seeing like a video of someone graduating and they put like D in their name. It was like Jimmy D. Smith, and that wasn't even their name, but they just put it for One Piece for some reason. I don't know, but it's very interesting. But yeah, cool that Usopp unlocked that hockey. It has to be observational hockey. There's no way you just like suddenly see the aura millions of miles away from like through a tiny window and see the outline and see them. That's ridiculous. That's insane. Also, what about the guy Impel Down? Right? That saved Luffy. Literally sacrificed himself just for Luffy to go save Ace, and Ace died anyways. That was the guy from Alabasta too. He was like on the enemy side, and Luffy like befriended him, and he could like disguise as other people. And like they had that moment on the ship, I think. Maybe it wasn't Alabasta, maybe it was something else. But it was just like, what happened to him? Did he just die? Like, is that it? Also, the Kama guy, it's just like he was like one of the main guys in the Revolutionary Army. Like, surely he's back in action, right? It's just weird that like Luffy's dad is just like the leader of the Revolutionary Army, which I currently know nothing about, but I'm deducing that that if Sabo's joining there, it's like to overthrow the world government. Like that's their goals. They're not exactly pirates, but they're revolutionaries. You know what I mean? So they're just as dangerous. Like it's really interesting that Sabo joined them over being a pirate, which he always said he was gonna be a pirate. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. There's no like in like Luffy's dad saved him at that one town too. From Smoker. Like Luffy's dad was there to save him from Smoker, but like I don't like there's just nothing talked about it. Also, like what Nami did during her arc, like that was just kind of like deduced. What Robin did to get stronger, we have no idea. They just didn't talk about it. And then the Kama guy, he's out of prison. I was surprised that Luffy's dad didn't save the Kama. Okay, apparently that's a turtle hybrid. That's not a okay. Also, when is Big Mom gonna show up again? I don't understand how Big Mom is even a threat or powerful. She must have some crazy fruit. I also don't understand how Kaido is on a completely, because there's Luffy and Law, and then there's doflamingo. They need to team up to even damage the guy, and then there's Kaido. Like there's levels to this stuff, and there's also Aokiji up there. It's like, what kind of power does Kaido have that he's one of the 4 emperors and he has a whole army of fake devil fruit users? Oh yeah, who's the freaking guy who like invented it? Vegapunk. That sounds like a Dragon Ball thing for some reason. It sounds like a Dragon Ball Red Ribbon Army doctor name for some reason. I don't know why. I'm tweaking. But Vegapunk, he has so many things. He's just like, he's a crazy guy for the world government, but he has some morality based on compared to Caesar. He has some morality, but he still worked for the world government. And then Frankie like stole all of his designs and upgraded his body and whatever, but Vegapunk was making the fake devil fruits and then like abandoned the project. But they work enough to be sold in the black market. They've got to be just like the Fishman Island thing where it's like you eat them and there's some bad side effects. There's just no way, because like how do you just make one? Like how do you make one? And it's got to be with something with the Tanada Queen, like in making them. Maybe I don't know what her power is or why it's super useful. Like I feel like Doflamingo's got a lot of things going already with like his family and sugar and stuff like that. Like I just don't get it. But yeah, one of the best episodes. Apparently I'm going to learn about Doflamingo's backstory soon. 699. Nice. But like there's just I have so many questions and I just don't have any answers. This show is so long and I don't know anything still. Like I just don't know anything. All right, whatever.